I am Renee Arts from Kia Mortgages, and today we're going to look at the various questions that typically come up with a sale and purchase agreement. And we've got Greg Martin from Arrowsmith Law to help us with the Q&A. So what is a deposit with regards a sale and purchase agreement, and what does a deposit do?
Deposit is a kind of phrase that's used differently by your bank, which generally refers to the equity or the cash you're going to put into your purchase. But in the context of a purchase contract, the deposit is the amount of money that you pay to either the agent for the vendor or directly to the vendor's solicitor once you confirm all your conditions as having been met. It does get confusing. People do get confused between a 20% deposit, which is something the bank is talking about, and a 10% deposit, which is something the real estate agent is talking about. So it's important to understand, whose deposit are we referring to. But the most important deposit is the deposit that gets paid to the vendor or the vendor's agent when you go unconditional. That amount could be any amount. Generally, it tends to be 10% of the purchase price. If you're a first-time buyer and you're using KiwiSaver, your KiwiSaver can be used to pay the deposit when you go unconditional, and your solicitor will handle uplift of your KiwiSaver so that it's available at the time you need to pay your deposit, being that generally 10%, to the vendor's agent or the vendor's solicitor.